The room looked the same as always, except for the feathers, which were floating mid-air. They were a shiny white, but they looked soft and strong at the same time. I lifted my eyes to the ceiling, half expecting to find strings holding the feathers in place. Instead of strings and a ceiling, I found cloudless blue skies. A light breeze was playing with my hair, drawing strands of it upward, letting them float like Medusa's snaky curls. The feathers hung motionless. They seemed to not be affected by the soft stream of air at all. Above me, a shadow circled in the sky. It had a human shape with 2 large wings spreading left and right from his shoulders. "Adam," I called to the shadow. "How can you stay up in the air when the feathers of your wings are down here?" I watched him circle for a while before he answered. "Yes," he looked down at his wings. "I suppose you are right," he simply said. And then, without further warning, he plunged from the sky, crashing to the ground with an ear-splitting thud. "Adam!" I knelt down beside him, cautiously, on the wooden floor of my room. He was hunched under the window, the shine of 1,000,000 stars lighting the space around him. "Are you all right, Adam?" With a feeling of utter terror creeping through my body, I took in the sight. His wings weren't the same as I remembered them. Instead of white feathers covering the surface, there was thin air filling the gaps between forks of pale bone. I woke up with a scream stuck in my throat. I had stopped letting the screams escape after a few days, but the dreams kept returning, and there was nothing I could do about it. Even if I could, nothing would change. He would still be gone forever, rotting in a coffin somewhere beneath the cold ground. "Get a grip," I told myself, although I knew it wouldn't help. I shook out of the quilt and reluctantly got to my feet. The floor was filled with shadows drawing dark lines and shapes across the room, starting under the window. Through the glass, I could see countless stars in the dark winter sky. Half expecting to find Adam hunching on the floor beneath, my gaze shot back down, even though I knew what I would see there. Nothing but bare wood. The horrors of the former weeks crushed down on me with full weight, filling my head with images I'd rather lock up in the darkest corner of my mind. Images of a perfect creature being smashed by the force of evil. Images of Adam being killed by demons. The fact that I'd been in love with a man who had turned out to be an angel was growing more irrelevant by the hour, and so was the fact that he had been killed. The only fact relevant now was that he had been killed because of me, to protect me, that it was entirely my fault that he was dead. And he had taken a piece of my soul with him, because I was the one who had made him spread his wings for the very first time. I was his catalyst, his mark. Our souls had been interlinked, twined forever, or as long as both of us lived. The moment one of us died, the other would suffer forever with the pain of the loss, or go insane. I wondered if I would be able to recognize insanity when it hit me. It surely felt like I already arrived there. Hardly an hour passed without my mind brimming with images of Adam. Every moment, waking or sleeping, he was there, filling my thoughts. No matter how many times my sister Sophie and her boyfriend Ian had tried to talk to me and make me feel better, it seemed I was resistant to any type of better. All I knew was the constant dark cloud obscuring my vision, and my feelings, the ache inside my heart that felt like someone was wrapping it up with barbed wire, the desperate wish to evade this feeling of utter inchoateness for even a fraction of a second. I turned on the spot, and without bothering to switch a light on, made my way out of the room and down the hall to the bathroom. The door swung open willingly under the pressure of my fingers. Behind it, darkness stretched. I found the darkness welcome, a perfect match for my inner being. My hands searched the room for the basin and twisted the handle of the tap for cold water. The melodic sound of cool liquid trickling from metal to ceramic ceased the continuous flow of thoughts and calmed my mind for a moment. I held my hands out to wet them, then pressed the palms to my face. I barely felt them,